Detry's a guy that's been around for a while. He's a DP World Tour veteran at this point. He's 31 years old, so he's been on the circuit for a number of years. This is only his second, we'll call it lap or a year on the PGA Tour. He played his first full year last year. Yeah, he's had a couple events, obviously, throughout his career because he's qualified or the majors, whatnot. But as far as being a regular member, this is only his second year. So a place like this, it's only going to be, he doesn't have a lot of experience. In fact, this is his our first time going here at this event. But he's really starting to compete with regularity like he did on the DP World Tour. He's got 3 top 20 finishes in his last 4 starts. Granted, one of those was last week at the Zurich Partners event, but he did have a joint runner-up at the Houston Open last month, which is an indication of his potential. And that's what I'm going to be looking at this week is guys with potential, not necessarily a consistent track record of success, because there's just not that in this field. But I think his game is going to fit here. I mentioned kind of the profile in the beginning of players that I'm not going to shy away from. Detry hits it a country mile off the tee. He's got length, which I think will be a big help this week, especially if it does play a little softer and that length matters a little bit more. But he can be a little wild at times. His accuracy isn't always the best, but the wide fairways here should help him find those fairways a couple more times than he otherwise would have any other given week, which of course is going to be a help when you're talking, can you find 2 more fairways each day for 4 rounds? That adds up big time. So he also putts very well. He's gained strokes putting, Andy, in 13 of his last 16 measured events. So rolling the stick. And of course, we know you're going to have to make a lot of putts this week. This is his first time, like I said, playing in this event. That's really the only negative I see about Detry right now. But considering this, we're now in just our 4th year of this event. It's not like anybody has really deep course history here. So I wouldn't really put anything as far as course history as a high metric. Sure, look at it, but don't put a lot of eggs in that basket. Finally, I mentioned what we think the winning score is going to be this week. That means you got to make a lot of birdies. Detry ranks number 10 on tour this season in birdie average. So the guy's not afraid to go low. He's not afraid to go after the pins. He might get into trouble at times because of that, but I think, again, because of this place, he'll get away with that a little bit more than at most places. So I like him to avoid bogeys a little bit more than he normally will, and that should keep his low rounds going. So I think DG will splash this week, make some noise, and hopefully give us a chance on Sunday.